Yes, Mzansi, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And it's not just breakfast that's happening here, it's just pure magic. Why? We're in the kitchen and we've got some special brand managers now. Bake more memories with Royal baking powder this weekend. That's on the lineup. And it's a simple vanilla batter combined with a cinnamon swirl and a crunchy brown sugar and cinnamon topping for a stunning bake. Now, it's something that's going to leave your home smelling delicious and everyone fighting for the last slice. Now, we've got Cameron and Bavir still here, and we're going to have some fun in the kitchen, of course, and kind of give them a little inkling of some of the pressure that they'd experience if they were maybe a contestant, right, on Taste Master.
Paying fast.
Bavir, you came through and you said the worst thing that you could have. You said that you don't crack an egg while in the kitchen. So we thought, okay, seeing that that's the case, let's put you to the test right now. So we're going to start this whole thing off with an egg off, right? Who can crack an egg in the most finest manner possible? Each have one egg, one chance, one opportunity to make this count in front of live TV. So
What do we get? What do we get?
oh, there's a golden monkey always on offer. We'll find the golden monkey somewhere. Our viewers are well aware of that. But we're going to go one at a time. Bavir, you're going to start us off. We're going to have the camera zoom in. Make sure we get this moment in 3, 2, 1. Bavir, go for it. Yep. It's still there. It's still intact. Oh! Lovely stuff, man. We're leveling up. You see what happens, aren't you?
No
We're
pressure.
not? Oh, no? Okay.
No, you did well. You did very
good.
well.
Cameron, you're up next.
Oh,
3,
goodness.
2, 1. Let's go.
No pressure.
Okay, we go.
She got it. Is it intact? Are there any pieces left? Booyah! All right, guys, that's step one. Let's not waste any time. It looks like the egg cracking. Bro, you lied, man. Your egg cracking is superb. But I'm going to need those because what we've got here is some butter and sugar that I've already mixed together. So we can start off by getting the power tools up. So let me put this on, and I am going to get your assistance a little bit later, but you can slowly start adding that egg in there for me, Cameron. Thank you so much. Yeah, boy, that goes in there. I've got some vanilla essence, which I'm going to add, and another egg. And this is essentially going to turn into...
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah,
Hard work.
fine. You go your hard work out there. Thank you so much. Beautiful stuff. So this is our wet ingredients, and then maybe what I can ask you, Cameron, to assist me on that side with the dry ingredients. So while I'm mixing this up, of course, you get to work with the Hero product. We've got flour, a little bit of bicarb, a pinch of salt that you can add to it. But of course, let us not forget about the Hero ingredient. Yes, the Royal baking powder is going into that.
So I'm going to mix these two.
Yeah. So you can put the bicarb in. You can just have a teaspoon of the baking powder itself and a pinch of salt. While you're working with that magic, let me talk to Mzansi about why we're using this, because Royal baking powder has been tried and tested by home bakers for decades. It is absolutely incredibly versatile. The things we do in the kitchen, it leaves you salivating, and making anything from simple home bakes to your wildest culinary masterpieces. Oh yes, we got you. Now for this recipe specifically, I'm going to talk to the details, but just so you have a heads up, you want to allow the loaf that eventually gets into the pan to sit there for about 10 minutes before removing it from the tin, right? And then later on, I'm going to talk to you about how we run this and put it together, but it looks like Cameron's already well into it. You've mixed everything through and you've remembered the Hero ingredients?
Of course.
Okay, cool. So you've got the wet stuff, the dry stuff. I've got the wet stuff. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit more, and then we're going to combine it all together. I do have, let me pop that off there. I do still have some milk that needs to go in here, and this is actually buttered milk, which I actually almost forgot about. And I'm going to leave a little bit of this left over for later because this is going to add to a very special ingredient. So last bit there. But don't worry, I'm going to be putting you to the test now as well. Cameron, you've passed our first one. Let me just speed this up a bit. And then voila, we can start literally adding that to the mix. So while I'm mixing this up, Cameron, you can actually assist me if you don't mind. Let me slow that down, Perfecto.
Throw it all in?
Yeah, go for it. Look at us having fun in the kitchen. This is like a team job. And this is, for me, something that is about memory making. This is what the kitchen's about. When you're working with a product like this, creating memories with your family, right?
Yeah.
With the kids in the kitchen. This is what it's about. It doesn't need to be a clean situation either, because I remember baking with the family and like there's powder and ingredients everywhere. But that was part of the memory. That's part of the nostalgia. And I think that's why this is like a pantry essential, right?
100%.
It really is.
Yeah, okay. So, guys, let's fast forward into the future here, and let's pretend like this batter is beautifully mixed up, which it actually is. I don't need to. Actually, don't need to fast forward in the future. Yeah. I think it's the positive intimidation coming from the two of you that's stepping my skills up here quite a bit. So I'm happy with this mix. This is looking beautiful. What I'm going to ask you to do for me, Javier, is essentially the swirl that we're going to be working with. So we've got some sugar here.
Yes.
We've got some cinnamon, and then I've got the leftover of this buttered milk that I'm going to ask you to add together and kind of create that swirl for me, all right? You got that?
Let's do this. I
Beautiful
put all of
stuff.
the
Yeah, so
cinnamon.
all the cinnamon goes into that. Yeah, boy. And then we've got the last bits of this buttered milk that we just prepared earlier. That goes in there, and you kind of want to mix this all up together. This is going to create the swirl. The cinnamon
The
swirl,
magic.
yeah. And this is what we're hopefully going to try bring out of this entire cake when we put it all together. Look at this man's fine skills in the kitchen. I'm so proud, yeah. Not just brand managers, but living the
pressure,
brand.
baby.
Okay, so while he's making the swirl, I'm going to explain to you the next steps here because this is where it gets a little bit dirty, a little bit messy. So simply fast forwarding, we're going to take half of this batter mix, right? We place it into our dish over
But we need
here.
to spray first.
Oh, yes, coming through, Cameron, thank you. Of course, that's why you guys are here. Looking out for me as always, thank you, just like Royal Baking Powder is with all of our meals. So now, once that's spread, half of this goes into the baking tray. Thank you very much. Let me do it like that. Let's see if we get this right. And I haven't made this before, just by the way, guys. So we're
already
all
smells
attempting this for the
divine.
first time together. So I've got the first layer in there, and now what I want you to do, Bobby, is if you can take the swirl and get it on that first layer. Nice. Oh, look at the consistency on that. Beautiful stuff. Yeah,
Smells
popped it all
delicious.
through. My goal is to see if we can bring the swirl back out once I pop the rest of this on top. Nice stuff, man. There we go. Let's pop the rest of this on top there. Obviously, this is going to go in the oven at 180 for about, I think, 20 to 30 minutes, depending. But we've made a small batch here. You can make it bigger. You grab
top
that
again?
stick.
Yes.
Yeah. You want to try and bring the swirl out if you can. Yeah, there we go. It's coming. It's coming. You gotta see it. Yeah.
Something's happening.
Something's happening. And then the little sprinkle on the top, you're just going to add a little bit of that cinnamon sugar just on the top of it all. And voila, Zanzi, myself and the beautiful team out here at Royal Baking Powder have done something special, and you can too. So, of course, you want this recipe, head over to our strapline right now. That's expressoshow.com for more inspiration. And, of course, all the inspiration that you need to get involved in that competition, to create great memories, and to just have fun. That's a great job, team.
Awesome, awesome.
Cameron, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Send it into the weekend. Booyah.